Hey, Vanner Fanner family. First live in so many months. Woohoo! So I am a little bit early, um, just to make sure sound and everything is okay. And I have my tablet here so that I can read comments because sometimes it is hard to read comments um, on the screen. Sometimes they disappear too quickly for me. So, hey. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Claudia. Don't forget to do that thumbs up real quick. I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. I don't know if YouTube will count it, but I'm doing it. So far, we have 8 thumbs up. Mine is only showing 2 over here. That's weird. Wow, 30 people on already. Wow, wow, wow. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Somebody's been checking their social media and their YouTube community tab. Hey, Judith. Oh, 89 degrees. Why are you even telling me this? Why are you even telling me that it's 89 degrees? I don't want to know this. I'm assuming this sounds okay because nobody has said they can't hear me. Hey, Mr. G. Oh, I've missed you guys too. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to cut this hair though. But yes, I've missed you guys too. Let me turn my cooktop down a little. I have the cooktop down on the floor, and it is I've got this side window cracked in my side door. I'm actually at a park, and there are 2 different soccer games going on, so there are tons of people around, but I parked in the very back as far as I could next to the trash can. There was a family in this vehicle next to me, so the trash can's on this side, and there's a family over here, and their kids were standing in the sunroof watching the game, but now they've decided to go over to the game, so that helps because they were screaming and yelling. So, got my bling bling cup. Bling bling. Bling bling. Let me model it for Miss T. Let me do my Vanna. How many ounces is this cup? I don't know. We're going to say 16 ounces. I don't know if it is. 12 to 16 ounces. Beautiful blinged out cup. Gradient from silver to red. Beautiful bling. Hand encrusted. Each individual crystal put on by hand, one at a time. Remember, if you are new here or if it's been a while since you've been on one of my lives, my rules are if you plan on asking me a question, make sure you put a very bright emoji before your question, and your question should be in all caps. I'm not going to scroll back and go through any questions because if I missed your question, do it again. Let me drink this here water. You gotta remember to stay hydrated even though it's cold out. Jeez Louise. Between water and I had a couple of Gatorade Frosts, I'm trying to stay hydrated because I don't want to get sick. That's the last thing I want to do is get sick while I'm out here in this cold A's weather. Question in all caps, not statements, guys. I appreciate you saying that I look festive, but red is my color. It just so happens that everybody likes red this time of year because of the holidays. I do not celebrate holidays, only my birthday. So I'm not wearing red because of the holidays. I'm wearing red because it's my favorite color. But I appreciate it. Thank you. This was actually handmade by a friend of mine who no longer lives in Virginia. They moved to Florida a few years ago. But she handmade all of these before she left to a group of friends. So she made mine red, of course. It's like a reddish, and it's kind of, the color has kind of faded a little. It was much brighter. Some of it it looks orange in places, and then there's a darker red. But she handmade these for all of us before she left. Someone wants to know what's on my ceiling. So this is fabric. It's black fabric with white splotches that look like stars. A lot of people think it looks like stars on video, but it's just black fabric, and it's a thicker fabric. It's almost like a thin quilt fabric, but it's actually sleeping bag material. It's got that. Can you hear that? It's got a almost like a wipeable surface. It's not like soaking fabric. It's almost like a sleeping bag, the outside of a sleeping bag material. But yeah, it has that a little bit of batting inside of it too. So yeah, that's what's on my ceiling. Definitely go check out the van build playlist because I show me doing all of the build to this particular vehicle back when I got it in June of this year. Any other questions? Let me go back and check here. Remember, questions in all caps with an emoji. Hey, Miss B. Wandering Diamond Butterfly. Did you change your name of your channel? Because I don't remember giving a mod wrench to that channel name. You must have changed your name. Hi, Clarity in the Wind. I got my mods on here, cool beans. I didn't see, I don't celebrate Kwanzaa either. I don't celebrate any holidays. Any. Ah, okay. Judith says, trust me, I'm over it. No, I'm not over it. Give me those 80s. Bring that 80-degree weather this way, Judith. If you're so over it. No, I do not have this on my ceiling instead of Harbor Freight blankets. I have this on my ceiling because I pulled the wood down off of the ceiling and I wanted something up there to cover the wiring and stuff, because there was wiring here and some small ducts here for the heat, and there was a whole wood panel running the whole length of this, and I didn't want it. And it gave me about half of an inch of headspace right in the middle, right here to about right here, so I can stand from here to the very front before it drops down to get into the cab. So I can stand in this whole area, which is perfect, which is why the sink and countertop is here, because this is where I can stand completely at 5'4". I can stand and have about a half inch, maybe a little more than a half inch, maybe even a whole inch above my head before my head hits the ceiling. Now, if I had my hair picked out in the big mohawk, then my hair would touch. But yeah, who's asking if this is live right now? This is currently live right now. Oh, thank you so much, admin. Don't delete the message of somebody we know was a troll right away. You can tell by that channel name that they probably don't belong here. Just block them completely. I am actually going to block them now. But no, I do not have Harbor Freight blankets around my windows. So I did buy 2 Harbor Freight blankets for the other person who I'm helping prepare to live in their vehicle, because they have absolutely nothing. So I did that for them. I'm okay. My cooktop has been doing me okay. I did find some cheap, regular, thicker curtains, slightly thicker than the ones I have, curtains at the thrift shop. So this whole side, the back, and that side behind this chair back have the second set of curtains on them. So I've been doing okay. Yeah, it's been okay. It's still right around that 2:30 in the morning. Wakes me up out of my sleep like that, because it's so freaking cold. Like the temperature just dramatically drops around that time, and it does not warm up again until much later in the morning. Hey Shays, it's 11 p.m. Thanks for jumping on in Kuwait, and thank you for serving our country. Shays is my military buddy. How is that person coming back? We need to not put them in a timeout or anything. We need to hide them. I hid them, so hopefully they won't pop back up. Anybody that we know does not belong here, just immediately hide user on this channel. Immediately. If you want to give them a second chance, then you can put them in a timeout to see if they really are a legit watcher. But usually you can tell right away those that do not belong on this channel. They're just, you know what I'm saying. I am your good luck charm, Coco. You are my good luck charm. Van is still looking good, and you look good. You look happy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Judith says, give that person your heavy curtains and I'll make you more in Arizona in January. Well, right now I need the curtains that I have. I'm not giving nobody nothing. Like I said, I bought 2 Harbor Freight blankets and sewed them up for that person. I'm not giving nobody else nothing. It's code. It's code. Hello to everyone that's saying hello. Don't forget to get the thumbs up while you're in here. And if you're on your cell phone, turn it around the long way. Click that little thumb and then turn it back around if you don't mind. With the tablet, you should be able to just click it right away. I'll show you my tablet. It's charging, but see on my tablet, you can just click it right away. On your cell phone, you might have to turn it, the long way in order to see it. Because I know on the cell phone, it takes the whole screen. You have to click the X in the corner. There's a little white X in one of the corners. Click it to close down the video, hit the thumbs up, and then open the video back up. You won't miss much. And I'm not going to be on here long because it gets dark pretty quick. So maybe 45 minutes or so, about 4 o'clock, we'll shut it down. 4 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. But if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. So many people have asked some questions, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little impromptu Q&A, and hopefully that'll answer some of your questions. But if you have a question that I have not answered, definitely put an emoji, a smiley face, a heart, a thumbs up, or something that will draw my attention, and put your question in all caps here. You can even do the red question mark and exclamation point emoji, or just a red question mark emoji before and after your question. It just draws my attention because my screen here, not the tablet, but here on my screen, the words come up and then they disappear. The words come up and then disappear, and then the chat keeps going. So here I can look back and see a little bit, but not so much on the cell phone, which I am actually filming on. Well, am I filming? It's live, so quasi-filming. Anywho. So one of the main questions people want to know is, are you going to RTR 2020? No. Long story short, no. I will not be at RTR 2020. Elaborating on that answer, I don't even know if I'll be in Arizona in January of 2020. My goal is to leave here the last couple of days in December or on January 1st and head out to Arizona. Whether or not I'm in Arizona, I still won't be going to RTR 2020. I probably won't be going to RTR ever again. Probably. I don't feel like it's something that I need. I do support the RTR. I do recommend the RTR for those that are seeking that kind of advice and help and want to form a new community or go to the seminars. It's very good for that. I will support, and I will financially support HAWA when I am able to kick some money over there on a regular basis. I just had to, a couple of months ago, stop being a Patreon of Bob's just because, finances. So I was a Patreon for a very long time. But anyway, no, I'm not going to go to RTR. If I am in that area during RTR, then I will be camped probably either somewhere else in Quartzsite or somewhere in Ehrenberg or something like that. And you can definitely figure out where I am and come hang out with me if you're at RTR, because you're going to be driving anyway. According to the RTR video, you're going to be driving from where the seminar is to where you're camped at anyway. So take an extra 5 minutes or so, and you can drive and see me if I'm there. Again, I don't know if I'll be in Arizona in January. There are things that I need to make sure are in place here before I can leave. And one of them is getting another job to work to even have the travel money to get to Arizona. So once that's taken care of and some other things on my list taken care of before I can go and be woosawed out, there's some woosaw that needs to happen with some things before I can leave. So there it is. I am actually considering, and I just told Miss V and Miss Clarity in the Wind that I'm considering and applying to, as soon as this video is done, I'll finish my application, applying to work on a cruise ship. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that will be very interesting. I know that you have to sign up for 6 months to a year, and I know it's extremely hard work, but I think I would like doing it. I've never been on a cruise ship. Why not, right? I don't know if I'll even be seasick because I've never been like out on the sea like that. Well, on a ferry boat I have a long time ago. On the ocean on a ferry once back in 1990. And then on rivers and lakes, I've been on ferry boats and never gotten seasick. So maybe I'll be okay. Whatever, we'll see. I'm going to apply and see what the heck happens. It's free room and board. Yeah, it's tight quarters. Yeah, it's hard work, but I could do it for 6 months probably. And if I can't, if something happens and I get hurt or whatever, they'll just send my butt back home. Whatever. It's worth a try, right? It's part of the journey. I still haven't heard back from the lady from Planet Fitness. I'll be calling her tomorrow. She called me Wednesday. No, hold up. She called me Wednesday to see if I could do a phone interview on Thursday and never called me Thursday. I was busy Friday and didn't get back to her, so I will be calling her tomorrow to see if she wants to do a phone interview because that's the overnight job, 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. What else have people been asking me about? You know how I'm keeping warm? I'm using my cooktop. Using a combination of the butane and the propane because fuel costs. Butane is cheaper. Butane is cheaper. Doesn't last as long, but it's cheaper. I don't know. What else? I don't know. I'm just trying to make money. That's all. I signed up and applied to several gigs on Craigslist. Temporary gigs because that's perfect for me since I don't want to be here long term. So, what else? What else? I'm trying to think of other things people have been asking me about. I think that's about it. I need to get a couple of things looked at on the van before heading across the country. Another reason to have funds. Yeah, that's about it. The part-time job is extremely part-time. It's actually was supposed to be 10 to 12 hours a week. It's been less than that. So I'm really not making any money at that job, which is why I'm so desperately looking for a full-time job to fill the rest of November and all of December and have a little bit of money to get out to Arizona where I can get another full-time job. So that's the plan anyway. Let's see. I don't think I've seen any questions. If I missed your question, please definitely put it up there. No, I will not be an airline attendant. How long have you been living in a van? Your youngest daughter, my youngest daughter, and her husband are just starting from Arizona. Why did they leave me freezing in Illinois? I have been in my van for 4 years. Not this van, this one's new to me. But I've been in a vehicle of some sort for 4 years. This is my fourth vehicle in 4 years. So, yeah, 4 years was August 27th. So this past summer was 4 years. Hey, SP, I'm one of your long-time introverted DMV subscribers looking forward to retirement and becoming a nomad. Hopefully can be one of your traveling buddies when the time comes. Well, hey, how are you? I mean, I'm in Virginia if you want to get tea or something. Email me, though. Don't do it in the comment section. crystal@crystalbanner.com. And don't think any of you guys have been going to my website because nobody has ever mentioned yet. But there are some weird things going on my website. I'm trying to figure out, and I would greatly appreciate it if somebody could help me. My whole the HTTPS, the security thing, like when you log on, it's saying not secure, even though the website is secure. And I downloaded this whole thing, and now it's not working. And if anybody has any thoughts or knows how to work that, I would appreciate it because it is a secure website. So if you go to my website and that pops up, don't worry, it's through WordPress and it is secure. I do have all the things on there. I don't know why that's still popping up, but there's a lot of links and tabs and stuff there. I'm definitely going to have to change the courses because I was going to be doing some online courses. That's going to have to wait. Can't do it right now. So it will be in 2020. It just won't be the winter of 2020. Probably won't be till the spring of 2020. We'll see. Maybe I can do one or two. I am not going to do Florida. I don't want to do the East Coast at all. I know there are some places you can stealth camp in Florida, but there's not as much BLM land as it is on the West Coast, and I just rather be out there because there's a whole community out there more so than there is in Florida. And I don't want to deal with that. Hurricanes and all that kind of stuff and that crazy weather y'all get in Florida. So, nah, y'all keep that. No, 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 no. And the community, like I said, the community is out on the west. It's in that Colorado area, it's in Arizona, it's in California, it's in New Mexico. And then as the weather gets cooler, it's, goes up to Oregon and Washington State. And so there's just a community out there and resources out there within the community that I rather be a part of. Considered finding a company that is also located in Arizona. That way you could do an easy transfer. I have definitely done that, Pat. Like I said, Planet Fitness, I've got applications at Aldi, I've got application at Dollar Tree. Places that I know are in certain parts of Arizona that I frequent is where I've also been applying, even though there's really no Aldi in the area that I want to be in, but I can make it work. But yes, there's a, like Lake Havasu is my hometown in Arizona, so there's definitely a Dollar Tree there. There's definitely a Planet Fitness there, unless they've made an Aldi since I left back in May. Don't know. So I'm hoping to stay in that area because there are places I can boondock there that will have no issues with me staying long term. So I would rather do that. California is not as accepting to van dwellers. There are pockets and places, but not as much as some of the places I frequent in Arizona. So also I feel like when I'm out there and I'm boondocking and I'm not like in a city area or a town area, I can do my phone, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want my video dinged, but I can do my phone job, which I can't do here because I can't be talking in my van at night. So if I can get back to doing my phone job, which wink wink, some of y'all know what that is, I could do that every single night and make money. They pay every Friday. Bam. So can't do that here. So can't be parked on the street stealthily on the phone. My overall goal is still to be a digital nomad. I do have someone who has offered me online courses to become a digital nomad. The problem I'm finding is some of the things they are sharing in their courses, I don't necessarily have the skill set, so I'm going to have to take some time and learn some things. So that is that is something that will happen, but it's going to take me time. It's not something I can start tomorrow. Whereas, some other things I can start next week. So I'm moving towards becoming a digital nomad, but for now, I got to do what I got to do. Any other questions? So I think that's all I had as far as my Q&A of people asking me questions within comments and within emails and DMs and stuff, I think. Can't think of anything else. So any other questions? Remember emoji before it, question in all caps. Okay, most people are just, someone's explaining BLM land. So yes, BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management, and it is government-owned land that is free to camp on in like New Mexico, Arizona, California area is where you find most of it and the biggest parts of it. And they usually let you do 14-day, and you have to move like 25 miles to another spot in 14-day, and it's free boondocking, no hookups, pack it in, pack it out type camping. Although there are some places we can find, and we have found, that don't enforce the 14-day as long as you're keeping your camp clean, as long as you're not causing a ruckus, and as long as it's not way overcrowded. So there are some places that'll just let you sit down and hunker down for the winter. I had also considered getting that long-term visitor pass as well, but don't know if I'll be able to do that this year, maybe next year. Journey 50 wants to know, are you still doing the mental health video every week? I have never done a mental health video every week. I do it monthly, and it's the last Monday of every month. And yes, I will continue doing mental health Mondays, which is the last Monday of each month, and I believe we are coming up on it next Monday. I believe. Let me see, that calendar is for 2020. I can't close out my phone and look at the calendar. Anyway, it's the last Monday of each month. So if you go to my website, the calendar's there. You'll see those things. But yes, it is the last Monday of each month. And yes, I will do that. Anita, I answered that question about RTR, and no, I will not be at RTR. Not sure if I'll be in Arizona at that time, but if I am in Arizona at that time, I will not be attending RTR, but I won't be very far. I will probably be in Ehrenberg because Schoolie Palooza is happening at the same time as RTR, and I think I will be hanging with my Schoolie friends. Thank you, AstroCat, for confirming. Mahadi wants me to come to Saudi Arabia. No, I don't have a passport. And I can't drive there. That's a lot of gas money. Thank you for the invitation, though. I assume that was an invitation. I don't know. Hey, Liam. Crystal, nice to see you. You are almost out of your low? You're almost out of your low? I don't know what that means, Liam. Maybe it was a typo. I don't know. Mahadi says, oh, you can drive. Anita says, okay, hope to meet up with you at did get the RV, come out, meet you. Retype that for me because I'm not quite sure what you were saying. So for those that don't know, I cannot read with my glasses on. I have to take them off. That's why I'm looking over my glasses. My glasses are for distance, like driving. So in a certain amount of feet in front of me, I can't see without my glasses, but like this close where my tablet is, it's blurry, so I have to take the glasses off. Yolanda, that's not a question, but I'll read it. So glad you are back on the road. I will be soon. Just got my CDL. Now I'm waiting to be on a mentor truck for 200 hours. Then my own truck. Hope to see you at RTR 2020. You will not see me at RTR 2020. Please watch the replay. That's one of the very first things I talked about at the beginning of the video. Watch the replay. If you missed it, you'll see why. Or you'll hear more why. Queen Me, newbie here. What is RTR? Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Please go to cheaprvliving.com. Their YouTube page, Cheap RV Living. That's Bob Wells. And all you need to know about women's RTR and regular RTR are there. I'm not going to get into what RTR is. Keyhole Computer Guru. Hey, what's up, Mr. D? Long time no hear. How are you doing? How's your van? How's everything going with you? Pinholes glasses. No, at some point I'm going to go get a new, this prescription is extremely old, but I'm going to go get a new eye exam. Hopefully when I get out west, because remember I do have my Arizona Medicaid. I got that at the last year when I had the when I thought I had shingles, but it ended up being Mercer, so I got my Arizona Medicaid. So I'm going to go when I get back out there and get a whole lot done. I'm going to get a complete physical done, get my mammogram done, PAP, all that stuff. But I'm also going to see if they will do an eye exam as well under Arizona Medicaid and get a new prescription, because what I think I want is some kind of no-line bifocals where the top part is just clear, no prescription. I mean, the bottom part is clear with no prescription, and the top is my actual distance glasses, so I can stop looking over my glasses like this. Oh, look at Shays. Shays and Mahadi are cooking up something to get me across the country and across the world. Shays and Mahadi. Okay, you guys work that out. I would love to have my passport, because honestly, if I get my passport, I would save up the money and go down to Colombia, South America, where I have a friend. Hey, Jimmy, I don't know if you're watching my videos anymore, but he has offered me to come and visit, and that would be my first stop is to go down there, because he is living like a king on like less than $1,000 a month. So I would love to do that. So Shays, email me. You have my email. We'll figure out how I can do the passport thing, because that was one of my goals this winter, was to get my passport. And things took a hard left turn and life changed dramatically. So yeah. Um, Mr. G Mr. G says, "Where's our tribe? Miss Pan, Miss B, Frank, Miss Mary." So Miss V is on here. I don't see Pam, and unless Frank has changed his channel name, I don't know. Liam wants to know how much is the season pass. It's not a season pass. You get seven, I think it's 7 months. If you look up long-term visitor, there's an A. What is it? LTVA pass. It'll give you everything. And I think Bob Wells has a whole video on it. Go in his thing and search LTVA. So you get like, I think 7 months out of the year. It's like $180. And there are places that you can park without the 14-day limit if you have that pass. It's $180, I believe, still. I don't know if the price has gone up or if it will go up in 2020. You know how things do annually sometimes. Hey, Olderman Vanner, thanks for all your emails. I will not be at the RTR, but you'll see me in Arizona. If you don't see me in January, you'll see me in February. So Keyhole Computer Guru says, if you're planning to go to South America, travel by boat. Oh no, I'll fly. Miss Monica says, once you get your passport, would you consider living abroad for a period of time? If so, where? Like I said, I'd go down to Colombia, South America first and visit Mr. Jimmy for a couple weeks. Then I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I've talked about this many, many times. I just feel like I have my inner Aborigine wants to go to Australia for some reason. I've always loved Australia. Don't know why. Maybe my roots are there somewhere. Don't know. But ever since I heard someone back in the 90s play a didgeridoo at a exhibition, I was hooked on Australia. So love Australia. I would love to go to Australia. I know I probably can't take my van out there because it's very expensive to ship something like that, but I don't know, if I were able to hook up with someone who's like a backpacker or something and backpack for like a month or two, that'd be cool. Dale Clark, we are going to put you in a timeout. And Dale, that's your warning. You are in a timeout. If your next message after your timeout is also along the same lines, then you will be blocked on the channel. Oh, Shay's already hid you. Oh well. You've been blocked on the channel by Shays. Shays has a quick finger. Moderators with a quick finger. Liam wants to know what's stopping me from going to Arizona now. So the whole reason I'm here past September 1st, when I was supposed to leave, was some family things. I need to make sure there's some things still in place before I go. And I don't have the money. I don't have the travel money. So I would love to have about $1,000 in my pocket. 400 to 500 of that is just gas money, and the rest is just in case money, because something always happens to me. So I'd like to have about $1,000 in my pocket before I go. That's probably not going to happen before January 1st. So, you know, it could. I'm just going to put it out in the universe. It could happen. I would like to have $1,000 because, like I said, 400 to 500 is just for gas money, and the rest is that just in case, because it seems like every time I go across country, something happens to me. So I want to have just a little cushion money. And remember, I have not been on YouTube making videos regularly, so that $600 to $800 I was making has plummeted down to $100 to $200. So that's nothing. That's not even enough to pay my monthly bills. So yeah, there's no money really coming in, and I can't work that other job, that wink wink job. I can't work that. So yeah, I need to stay here. I need to stack a little money, then I'm out there, and then I'll work out there. So once I'm out there working, the woosah will happen. The full woosah will happen. I'm at a half woosah right now. Quinn says, Crystal, I love how honest you are in your videos. You don't always paint the false picture that your van life is always so glamorous for a newbie like me, starting in New England, also in a major city. My tagline used to be the good, bad, and the ugly of van life. That used to be my tagline in the beginning. A friend just told me I needed to change my new my new intro. Clarity in the wind. I agree. I do need to change the intro because if a potential employer looks at that, they may not like it. But it's so me, though. But I know sometimes you gotta fake it a little bit. I love you, though. Clarity is my PR person. I swear, one of these days when I make it big, I'm gonna pay you, girl, for everything that all the advice you've ever given me, for all the things you've ever done for me. I'm gonna put you on the payroll. You and Miss V. Because Clarity is my PR person. She'd be like, nah, 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 nah. We talking longevity here. I love you so much. Oh, Chase, thank you. You don't have to stay on. You can watch it later, honey. I appreciate you staying on till midnight. I appreciate that. Any more questions? Coco says, can you tell me how to use PayPal to send money? Never used it before. So if you go to the link down below, paypal.me/Crystal Vanner, my thing will pop up. The link is right there. So you click on it. You do have to enter a credit card if you're going to do it that way. I think I've had somebody in the past use a prepaid card. They put money on the prepaid card and then they entered it that way so that they did, because they were not a fan of using their actual check card, debit card, or credit card. So I guess you can do that. That will work, I reckon. So yeah, at this point, I think I've taken my wish list and put it on private because I don't need anything right now. Really, I just need money for travel and money for food and gas. That's really all I need. So I appreciate you wanting to send me something. Not necessary. The income will slowly increase on YouTube as I make more videos, as people watch more, and as I get another job. So it's not necessary for you to send anything. Or if you want to get some extra bang for your money, you can always join Patreon if you get a little bit extra over there. Kim says, I'm glad you made the decision to take care of yourself. Seem much more at peace. I get it with family. Family is what family is, right? That's all I'm going to say about that. Blue Butterfly says, I am having trouble sending you money on PayPal. PayPal as well. They are giving me the runaround. Wow, that's crazy. You're the first person I've heard tell me that. Interesting. Are you setting up a new PayPal account, or you already have an existing PayPal account? Maybe if you're trying to set up a new account, maybe that's the issue. I don't know. I don't have Venmo, and I don't have what's that other one? What's on the top of my head? I can't think of it. The one where you get Cash App, because they've had some hacking problems with those two apps, so I stopped using Cash App a while ago. I don't know if that's been resolved. I can do a little research and see, but I don't use Venmo or Cash App because they did have some hacking issues with people's stuff being taken. So I ain't got much. I ain't trying to have my little bit taken. Hey Bonnie. Bonnie says, I'm still looking for a vehicle so I can meet up with you and maybe travel together. I think it would be great travel buddies. Keep it 100. I try my best. Veronica says, I love your insight on van life. God bless you. Please stay positive even in the face of the opposite. See it, believe it, project it, and it will happen. God bless. Thank you. Bonnie wants to know if I had a heated blanket to plug in the van. So the thing about the 12-volt heated blanket, which I do have, I bought one way in the beginning of van life, not knowing that I could not use it in the van unless you have enough power. If I were to plug that heated blanket into my car starter cigarette lighter, it would drain my battery overnight. And I don't have enough solar and battery combination to run it all night. So the thing with me and the keeping warm is In the bed, I'm pretty much okay until we get to that like 2:30 in the morning where the temperature plummets. So in the bed, I'm pretty much okay. It's that 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning where the temperature just takes a nosedive until about 8 or 9 a.m. when the sun really starts warming the van up. That's the difficult time frame for me, and that's pretty much when I turn the cooktop on. So I do turn the cooktop on when I'm getting my pajamas on at night, washing up, brushing my teeth, washing my face, washing my feet, all that stuff, and getting ready for bed. So I do that for maybe 10 minutes, 15 max while I'm doing that, prepping for bed. So I definitely um, turn the cooktop on for that because it's dark, it's cold. Even though it's not late, the temperature has still dropped because the sun has gone down. It's like dark at 5 o'clock, like pitch black dark. So there it is. Um, so once that is done and I'm in all my layers of covers and sleeping bag and fleece, and I've got my fleece pajamas on and my hoodie and my hat and everything, then I'm warm enough. I'm watching my little Netflix. I'm chilling out. What is what it is. I don't normally eat past that time, which is like 6ish p.m. because it's just dark and I don't want to be up moving around when I'm parked on the street, trying to be stealthish. So I usually have my dinner before that and then get ready for bed. But so I eat a piece of fruit or I'll nibble on something, because I do get hungry around 7, 8 o'clock. So I'll eat a piece of fruit, a banana, some grapes, whatever. And then I'm usually knocked out of sleep by 8, 8:30, completely knocked out because I've been laying in the bed since 6, 6:30. And Netflix has been on, so I'm usually like, and that's the problem because it's too early to be going to sleep. So then I'm wide awake at like 11 or midnight because you guys know I don't sleep very well anyway. Usually 5, 6 hours max is usually what I get per night. So then I'm wide awake and then I doze back off. Yeah, maybe around 1 or 2, but then it's freezing cold, so I turn that cooktop back on. It's weird. So I do like to have some kind of heat when I'm standing up here washing up at the sink. I need some kind of heat because I'm about to be naked. I don't get completely naked. I do it in sections. I start with the face and stuff first, ears, neck, all that, and work my way down. I undress, wash, dry, and redress the top. Then I undress, wash, dry, and redress the bottom, And then I take my sleeping socks off, do my feet last, wash those, and then put on my socks that I'm going to wear for the day. So I do it in section and in zones, so it takes me a little time. In this cold weather, it takes me almost an hour to get ready, whereas normally it would take me 20 minutes to 30 minutes to be completely ready from like ready to walk out the door. So because it's so cold, it's just hard. My joints, with this joint condition and arthritis, you guys know if you have any kind of issues with your joints, cold is your enemy. They lock up on you. And my hip is bothering me because I'm not sleeping well in the cold. Even though I'm warm enough, my hip still hurts when the temperature goes down every night. It is what it is. So I hope that answered a long question. Long answer to a short question. Now I gotta go back. Blue Butterfly said, oh, somebody wants to know where I am now. I'm in Virginia. Blue Butterfly is still talking about PayPal, trying to add your bank. They said they have to send me 2 deposits. Yeah, they'll send you 2 like 5 cent or 6 cent deposits and then take them out. They want to make sure that the wire transfer happens. I don't have an address, so you really can't send me cash right now. SRR founder Miko Maiko. I haven't said your name in so long. Maiko is saying that PayPal has been glitchy. Donations to her rescue haven't been coming in either. That's interesting. I had someone send me something on PayPal recently, and it seemed to have gone through. With mail, do you use an Arizona or Virginia address? So I have a mailbox in Arizona that I pay for annually. It is hey there. It is what is it, V? Like $100 a year, I think we pay. Yeah, it's $100 a year. And it's paid through April. We paid it in April before we left, so it's paid through April of 2020. So we will pay it every April. And that's where I normally would have my wish list address go to that mailbox and any paper mail. I do not have a mailbox here. I do not have anyone who will allow me to give their address out over this platform to receive mail. So, unfortunately, there is no mail. And I can't, even though I don't need anything from my Amazon wish list right now, there is some food stuff in there, but I can't use an Amazon locker with a wish list. Don't ask me why. I tried. It wouldn't let me. Okay, there's a whole conversation about PayPal happening, so you guys read that on your own. Cardoso, hello. Stay warm. Nice listening to you in live chat. Gotta run. Okay, see you later. I know some people are coming in, some people are leaving out. Please research Arctic sleeping bag. I hear it works so well. Do not feel the cold. It comes in various sizes. Yeah, I don't want to get another sleeping bag. I do have a larger propane tank coming to me, so that will be helpful as far as the cooktop goes, because that's what I used in the desert all winter last winter. And the winter before that, didn't I have? No, I didn't have a big propane that winter. I had the buddy heater that I ended up giving to someone because I started using the cooktop. But yeah, that winter wasn't as bad either. So last winter was kind of bad in the desert. Winter of 2018 going into 2019. The winter of 2017 going into 2018 was much milder. And I also don't like a mummy sleeping bag, and I honestly don't like being zipped up in a sleeping bag. I know what you're gonna say. If you're cold, then zip the damn sleeping bag. I get it, but because I already don't get great sleep, I have to be as comfortable as possible while sleeping. And being zipped up in a sleeping bag does not allow me to move because of my hip pain and knee pain. I have to go from side to back all night long. So I'm constantly moving because if I lay on my right side too long, then my left hip hurts. I know that doesn't make sense, but for some reason it does. And if I lay on my left hip too long, then my right knee hurts. So I go from side to side, and then eventually I have to stretch completely out on my back and pop certain joints. I have to pop my knee joints pop when I stretch out, my hip joints pop when I stretch out, and so does my back pop when I stretch out. So I do that all night long. So for me, being zipped up in a bag, especially a mummy bag, can't do it. But I have lots of layers, like I said, on my bed. My bed is warm. My feet still stay cold, but my feet are always cold year round, even with these wool socks on. Like, I hate sleeping in socks, but I'm sleeping in wool socks. So, eh. Let's see. Would you use an electric blanket? We've already touched on that. The 12-volt electric blankets don't work. It will drain my starter battery, and I don't have enough solar and battery power to run one. So no, that won't work. I have one. It's stored up there in the top attic space. You guys got about 5 more minutes. Bye. Those that have to leave. Hey, Miss MB2, you did. You'll have to watch the replay as far as those travel plans and RTR and all that. Anybody that's just coming in, I talked about that. Watch the replay. I'm trying to keep this at about an hour so that people can go back and watch the replay and not have this huge long video. SRR says, I have the same issue. I'm constantly moving to deal with arthritic pain. Yes, and I am one of those people. I will use my THC cream, my CBD cream. I don't like taking pharmaceuticals at all if I can avoid it. There are times, obviously, where it gets too bad where you just got to take it in order to walk. So I do that, but yeah, I don't. Yeah. So according to the timer on my clock, it says we've been on for almost 50 minutes. So I give you 10 more minutes to make it a full hour. Keyhole Mr. D is saying Clint Ober Earth grounding videos. Don't know if I watch those. I have been watching a lot of crafting videos lately just to keep my mind off of the fact that I'm not traveling because, of course, every van channel is talking about, traveling and going places and doing things, and it just bums me out. So I've been watching crafting stuff. um, I had a weighted blanket. Actually, it was left with a family member, and I'm not going to bother asking for it back. um, I want to say this about the weighted blanket. Yes, it helped in some areas, but it hurt me in others. I think I think it made my knee worse. So, but it did help with the hips. I guess because that's a bigger joint. But I think it made my knee worse because of all the moving that I do. Um, I am very, I can very easily tear my meniscus. Now, I already have torn in 2011 or 2012, might have been 2012. I tore my left meniscus and ended up having the surgery. Should never had the surgery because now I have arthritis in that knee so bad and it swells. It pretty much stays in a swollen state. Um, about a year later, I tore the meniscus in my right knee, did not have the surgery. And that one, I have been realizing I've been so busy and working and doing little things and um, doing a lot more activity than normal. I think I've tweaked it and maybe retorn it just a little because the pain in it is kind of like it was back when I first tore it. I think it had healed over and I had some good scar tissue forming, and I think maybe I've retweaked it. So, and I think last winter when I got the weighted blanket, I think that started the process of me messing that knee up. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. It was around that time that the initial pain started. Shays wants to know, Crystal, have you ever tried memory foam body pillow between your legs, thighs? That would help with hips. I have such limited space. I already have 2 bed pillows that I'm already considering getting rid of one. They're really good pillows, so pillows are a thing for me that I have always never found the perfect pillow. And even though this is not the perfect pillow, it's the closest I've found for me. I like a good firm pillow that stays firm all night. And someone gifted me these last year and I love them. It was a 2-pack. But because of space, I'm wondering if I should just get rid of one. I'm really trying to get rid of some things, downsize, realize what I can and can't live without. Um, there's some things in my little attic up here, my little attic back there, that I feel like, do I really have to have that? So I don't know. Again, I don't want to waste money on things that are not moving me towards my goal of getting out of here. Because remember, if I'm not in this cold, I'll have less pain. But I do have a small pillow that was made for me that I put up in the window. I could use that. It's not memory foam, but I could use that between my legs maybe and try it and see. Thank you so much. I will try and stay warm. Another person mentioned pillow between the knees. I don't know what Marvel Briscoe is. The good goodwill is height for work full and part. Now I have worked at a Goodwill before. I prefer to not go back there unless I absolutely have to. It is on the back of my mind. I have a running list of places that I really don't want to work at that I will go to if I don't hear anything this week from anybody. I have worked for Goodwill in this area before, and I don't even like shopping at Goodwill if I can avoid it. I'd rather go to Salvation Army and some of the other thrift shops that service the local area because I just feel like, okay, you're getting donations, which are free, and you're selling things and you don't really give your workers much, and your CEO is making so many hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I don't know. I don't know. So yes, but it is on my list of 4 places that I don't really want to work there, but I probably could get a job there easy kind of thing. So I'm giving it one more week and then I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and go wherever. I do not activate Super Chat anymore on my lives, Kim, and the reason is, one, I don't see that money until the end of the month when YouTube pays me, and two, they take a percentage of it. So if you're gonna give me $5 or $2 or even $1, I'd rather you do it on either one. I know PayPal takes a percentage, but I'd rather you do it on not PayPal, but Patreon. I'd rather you do it on Patreon or do it on PayPal where I get it all. YouTube takes more of a percentage than Patreon does, and PayPal I would get it all if you send it as friends and family. So, let's see. So I will probably never have Super Chat back on here again. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes. I did 5, but 4. Thank you, Alderman Vanner. Hey, Rosa. It's fine, Mr. D. I don't like being in pain either, but it just keeps me pushing towards the goal. Once I'm in Arizona, the pain will be less. It just keeps making me just make you some money and keep it moving. Bye, those that are leaving. Rebecca says, I hear you about the cold making arthritis worse. Yeah, if you have any sort of joint issues, arthritis, fibromyalgia, anything that deals with joints, whew, that cold is no joke. Shay says, I was watching a documentary on the Red Cross and how they collect donated clothes, supposedly for less developed countries. How come they sell the clothes to these people? Oh, I did not know that. Wow. Audrey says, I'm copying your van build. Can't find the mesh baskets in the store. Do you remember the number for the basket? Which mesh basket? Why don't you email me? Don't do that in the comments because sometimes things get lost in the comments and we just only have a couple minutes. Email me at crystal@crystalvanner.com, and I don't know which ones you're talking about. Maybe screenshot on the video. If you're watching my van build video, screenshot a picture to me in the email and I can look it up and see what it is. Hey, viewed this? If you're looking for a fun daily evening live chat to jump on, definitely go check out video call-in show, and View This is often on there, and View This definitely has a great channel where you can find new channels to watch by viewing View This's channel. So definitely do that. Let's see. That's right, Tony is his name. Thank you, Susan, for typing that. Tony is his name. I couldn't remember. Yeah, he has a good channel. I don't watch it often, and I'm sorry that I don't do that. What I'll start doing is putting you on my list of people that I let run in the background on mute when I'm doing something else so you get the view. But definitely, yes. I'll be on tonight for open panel. Miss you, Crystal, praying for you. Thank you so much. Because I'm stealth parking, I can't really do any live, although I could with headphones and just type. I just can't be on the screen. Maybe I'll try and do that. But I'm telling you, by the time he comes on at 10 o'clock, I am knocked out. I really am. Because I'm going to bed so early with the darkness, just completely knocked out by 10 o'clock. All right, well, we have 2 minutes. If there are any other questions, simply Senora says, do you know Amazon has work from home that they are currently hiring for? With the Amazon work from home, you need to have a Wi-Fi, like in a home Wi-Fi. They don't count my hotspot as a Wi-Fi. Even though I get really good signal, they won't count this as a home Wi-Fi, unfortunately. I looked into all the requirements, so unfortunately, if I were in a home and started there and then went to van life, they wouldn't know any better. But starting in a vehicle and telling them what my Wi-Fi setup is, that's not gonna work. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, May. Thank you for sending love. I hope I'm in Arizona soon, too. Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to shut it down. We are at just about an hour, and I want those who are going to watch the replay to be able to just watch an hour and not have it go into 2 hours and 3 hours, because you know how we do here. We can go on and on and on and on and on. I love you guys so much for showing up. As you're exiting, please do the thumbs up and just go ahead and like. And if you're not a subscriber and you're interested in subscribing, please go ahead and do that. Go back, watch the very, very beginning of the journey in the playlist section. You'll see I have over 800 videos from the very first night I left Sticks and Bricks all the way through now. You can just let it play in the background if you want, or you can watch all the crazy, weird things I've done in all the different vehicles I've lived in. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.